So we're celebrating another birthday today, man. I think a day or two ago, it was Tupac Shakur's 49th birthday, and I did commentary for the movie Juice. If y'all want to check it out, it was definitely a fun commentary, man. It's one of my top 5 favorite hood movies of all time, man. Did some commentary for that, had a fucking ball doing it. But today, and as opposed to a 49th birthday, we got our 69th birthday to this OG in the horror genre right here. 69 is, we already know that's a great number amongst us freak-bodied fans out there. But nonetheless, it is the 69th birthday of Mr. Steve Miner, and happy birthday to him. Glad to see he's, still alive and kicking, man, because he is, he has his mark in the horror genre, man. He has directed, such horror classics like Friday the 13th Part 2, Friday the 13th Part 3, Halloween H2O, Lake Placid, House. Contrary to what everybody else may think, Day of the Dead, he did the remake of Day of the Dead. If I'm not mistaken, it came out in 2009. Don't quote me on that, but the one that has Mina Suvari, Nick Cannon, Ving Rhames. It's a guilty pleasure nonetheless for me, man. I actually, as crazy as the fucking movie is and as bad as the movie is, I do enjoy watching that movie. But like I said, man, nonetheless, I do appreciate what Steve Miner has brought to the horror genre, man, because he's done, zombies, slashers, creature features, water beasts. He kind of is a man of many talents, man, and give him his respect. Put some spec on his goddamn name. You know what I'm saying? Put some spec on his name for sure. So today I figured, in honor of his 69th birthday today, I figure I'd do commentary for Friday the 13th Part 3. 3D. It's actually known in some places Friday the 13th Part 3D. I actually know a few of my old heads that saw this movie in the theater, and jealousy is a female trait in my opinion, but how jealous am I that I got old heads that can tell me what the experience was like in the theater, seeing Friday the 13th Part 3 in 3D, seeing Rick's eye pop into the screen, seeing the fucking harpoon fly into Vera's eye, seeing Andy's yo-yo fly into the camera, and, when it's supposed to be hitting Debbie in the face. I've never seen a movie in 3D in my life, people. I don't know if I've said this before in any other episodes, but I gotta admit it if I haven't. I gotta admit it right now. Never seen a movie in 3D in my life. This DVD I'm about to watch, it actually came with 3D glasses, but I don't think the TV I had was equipped for it. But, it was a mind fuck, back when I was in my stoner era, and I would like smoke and drink and try to put the 3D glasses on and try to convince myself that it was working. But, in real life, in the really real world, like T-Bird from The Crow said, it didn't work, man. In the really real world, it didn't work. There ain't no coming back. But, let me just give people the heads up. This will be an IntoxiCommentary episode. I'm actually in pretty good spirits without the spirits, man. It's just beer. It's only beer, but, definitely feeling it. So, what other better way to go out than, to celebrate this guy's birthday and do commentary for. I'm actually going to watch the 2D version for anybody that is watching the commentary or watching the movie with me while listening to the commentary is what I meant to say. Clearly this is an IntoxiCommentary episode because I'm like, my words are fumbling all over the goddamn place. But anywho, before I jump into this commentary, let me just say, the characters weren't anything special in this movie. Everybody kind of had their shtick going on a little bit. They had like a little bit of character development, a lot of character development with the main girl, Chris. But for the most part, we wouldn't get the most memorable and likable Friday the 13th characters until the next movie, until the final chapter. But this one still held up really well, man. And there's a lot of callbacks to the original movie. And I do love that Steve Miner, not only did he come back to direct this movie, direct the Friday the 13th movie for the second time, but he brought Jason his iconic hockey mask, which would stick in the series for the rest of the series, man. That's one of the reasons why I did Part 3 instead of Part 2 was because, Jason gets his mask in this movie, man. And it means a lot to horror fans. That moment where he walks out on that dock before he kills Vera with that mask on. And R.I.P. shout out to Richard Brooker who played Jason Voorhees in this movie, man. He did a great job in this film, man. And it's a staple in the series, man, because like I said, Jason gets his mask, you get some iconic kills in this, a lot of iconic kills in my personal opinion. I'll talk about them as the movie goes on. But speaking of as the movie goes on, man, let me, like I said, people, I have the DVD. I'm watching the 2D version. So, if anybody wants to watch along with me, y'all can watch along with me. And if y'all are watching along with me, man, y'all already know what y'all are, man. Y'all are the day one, A1 to the reviews, real MVPs right there, man. But, fuck all the pleasantries and all of that good stuff that I've been talking about probably for like 5 minutes or so now. Let's hit the 2D version on the DVD in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Of course, we get a good message from the MPAA, our good friends at the MPAA. This motion picture has been rated R, as if we didn't know. Type of business. It's so retarded. It's a pretty quiet intro. I was wondering if I had this shit on mute for a second. Oh, here we go. You know what would have been crazy now that I think about it? Steve Miner is the only director, as far as I'm concerned, that has come back for more than one Friday the 13th movie. Now, what if they had him helm every sequel after this one? We got Amy Steele. And look at now make no mistake, people get this fucked up. Now of course we got, which Friday the 13th does pretty well at times. For continuity's sake, they got, what is it, the prelude, the epilogue. I'm a writer, I should know this shit, right? But it's basically previously on Friday the 13th. But it keeps you up to speed on what happened in the last movie. So we get the ending of Friday the 13th Part 2. Not the full ending, but we get Amy Steele basically tricking Jason into thinking that, she's his mother. And it's a good segue into Part 3, because it's literally a direct sequel. But I think what I was going to say was that people get it confused that, Warrington Gillette was the Jason that was in the prosthetic makeup that jumps through the window at the end and grabs Amy Steele. But Steve Dash, RIP shout out to Steve Dash, he is Jason throughout the entire movie. The movements, the entire movie.
It's all done, Jason.
And, from what I hear, Warrington Gillette takes a lot of credit for the shit that Steve Dash did in this movie. So I'm one of those people that, I try to do as much research as I can, even though sometimes I'm still fucking wrong. But Steve Dash was Jason through like 95% of this movie. The other 5% was Warrington Gillette, with the prosthetics on and, at the end of the jump scare scene.
Jason, Mother is talking to you.
And RIP shout out to Betsy Palmer. She came back to do these these weird flashback sequences. And Amy Steele, who is yet another underrated final girl, I love that she got psychological with Jason. She put the sweater on and she fucked with his head for a little bit and almost got him. Well, she got him ultimately, but and one of the arguments people make is that Jason wasn't the first one with a bag head. It was the killer in the town that dreaded sundown. Jason's like, what? He's like, you ain't my mama? I always hated that. I hated, it's just nasty. When he hit her in the leg with the pickaxe. And then Paul. It's like, Paul, if you don't sit your regular camp counselor ass down up against Jason. He tried, but nah, man. I'm gonna hit that motherfucker over the head with a 2x4 or something. So the biggest weapon I could find. Let's go, Jenny. Of course, it has to be slow motion. It's Friday the 13th. Jason's looking like, wait, did she really just stab me? Jason had to look around through that one eye hole. He's like, did she really just stab me in the shoulder with a machete? And just collapse. It's like a super slow-mo version of when Lori stabbed Michael in the neck with the knitting needle. It's like a moment of disbelief for the serial killer. It's like, Jesus, it's Pumpkinhead from part 2. Because that's really, you know, Jason's deformed and all of that, but he's really just Pumpkinhead from Pumpkinhead 2. He's just a deformed guy with some bumps on his face, some fucked up teeth. Apparently not, though, because he can right here. Now this is where the new footage kicks in. Where Jason pulls the machete out of his shoulder and just crawls away. Continuity, man. I can appreciate it, though. Now, let me just say this, man. And, this might be another unpopular opinion, as I tend to give out in these podcast episodes, whether it be commentary or otherwise. I am not a fan of this disco music in the intro. I'm not. It's just so... It just throws me off so badly, man. You know, because you got the first 2 movies where you get these really piercing. I always said that Harry Manfredini, big shout out to Harry Manfredini, who did the score for every Friday the 13th movie. I think his last one was Jason X, which I did commentary for. Y'all can check that out also. But Harry Manfredini, I always said that he does these really sharp, piercing scores in these Friday the 13th movies. Like, they almost sound like knife swipes and knife hits. I don't know if that makes any sense, but this one was just a little too strange for me. But you know, I know people out there like it. Agree to disagree, I guess. It's just so. Then you got the smoke in the background. It's like, what was the board meeting like when they're like, listen, man, we're gonna go real 70s disco out this bitch with the opening title credits. I don't get it, man. It was a very strange choice for them to go with. Now, technically speaking, this is still Friday the 13th, because it's still the same night that Jason, he struck at the camp in part 2. But, we do go into the next day once he kills these 2 people who run this convenience store. So basically, it is Saturday the 14th that the rest of the movie takes place. If you want, if that's only if you want to get technical about it. I think that was our first 3D shot of the movie, him putting that stick in the camera. I know a lot of people have a problem with the 3D, how it seems like a gimmick in this movie. I mean, 3D is a gimmick, like, let's be real, but The 3D shots don't really bother me that much because like I said, I wouldn't have gave to be a fly on the wall in the theater back when this film came out just to see it in 3D. Now I think that's Steve Miner on the TV right there. I don't know. Good job, Jenny. Now, somewhere along the line, all Jason's hair fell out because he's bald in this movie. And he had like little tufts of hair when he jumped through the window in part 2. This is one of the things about me, man. You know, a lot of people say continuity, schmontinuity, but it's like hard, just movie geeks like me pay attention to shit like that. Where did Jason's hair go? Like, did he grab clippers from that convenience store? Or like a straight razor or some shit? What did he do? Yeah, Harold doesn't have a fucking olive green shirt on, shorty. You know, and clearly these were just throwaway characters. You know, I don't think the writers or the audience, I'm just, you know, personal opinion, I don't think they gave a shit about these two characters. These are just two characters that, you know, we got to pass through time and have an opening, 2 opening kills, you know, to up the ante, as opposed to 1 opening kill in part 2, which was Adrian King. But nobody gave a fuck about these characters, man. The dude's eating, you know, he's eating fish food and he's walking around the store eating donuts and drinking orange juice and shit that, you know, shit that people have to buy. Nobody, and the wife is just constantly yelling at him like, damn it, Harold, didn't I tell you I wanted to watch the Golden Girls at 7:30? It's like nobody gives a shit about these characters. Which is kind of a problem that the series has always had, but you know, I guess it works because you have really decent kills. You know, you've got creative and decent kills with these characters and nobody gives a fuck about. Sometimes. See what I'm saying? This nasty bastard just drank some Sunny D, or did they have Sunny D back in, what was this, 82, 83? Did they have Sunny D back then? And he's just walking around with a rabbit in his arm. Nasty bastard.
Didn't I feed you enough for supper? The doctor said you have to lose weight now, didn't he? You know, I'm trying to help you, but you just keep sneaking food behind my back.
Aw.
What am I going to do with you? And would you put that filthy animal back where it belongs? Come on.
First of all, that bunny looks like the cutest and sweetest animal I've ever seen in my life. So, fuck you, lady. That bunny has not budged, made a sound. It's just sitting there chilling on his shoulder, in his arms.
Hey, what you so nervous about, huh?
But then again, that's just me. I don't think I've ever held a bunny rabbit before. I'm not all the way sure. Whoa, we can see the string that pulled that snake in the 3D shot. Now, some of the shots are really cheap in this movie. But, again, it's the 80s, man. You gotta appreciate the templates. This was the first 3D Friday the 13th, the only 3D Friday the 13th movie. They were going to do another 3D movie in the snow, if I'm not mistaken. But I don't think Halloween's been in. I mean, they wanted to do a 3D thing for Halloween, and is that Jim Beam he's drinking on the toilet? You know what's crazy about these motherfuckers in the Friday the 13th series? Anytime they take a shit, they never wipe. This guy, Chuck, later on when he's smoking a joint on the toilet, in the outhouse, Demon in Friday the 13th Part 5, anytime they take a shit, they never wipe. These dirty MFers. You know what? Jason had a completely different shirt on in that scene where he hit that dude in the chest with a cleaver. That motherfucker had a black Dickie shirt on. I'm convinced. But again, like, these are two characters you really don't give a shit about, man. You really don't. What is that? A rat? A mouse? I mean, they got all types of animals around them parts. Yikes. Oh, more 3D shots. Gotta love it. Now these characters, they're not terrible, but they're not even as interesting as the characters from Friday the 13th Part 2. So I guess it was kind of a throwback nod to the first one. Like, these are just disposable people. We're here for the kills type shit. I don't know, but with the exception of Chris, the rest of the characters are pretty disposable. I mean, like I said, they have their shticks, but oh.
God damn it, Shirley. Never always have to be such an asshole. Beg your pardon. I'm not an asshole. I'm an actor.
Larry Zerner here, who I think would go on to become a lawyer.
Look, Shirley,
and he has a lot of I want to say involvement, but he has a lot of feedback on, the legal problems and the legal, the red tape that the Friday the 13th franchise is in right now. Hence one of the reasons why we haven't gotten a fucking a Friday the 13th movie since, 2009 with the remake. But Larry Zerner is always giving people updates, as far as like the court dates and exactly what the legal problems are with the property. So big shout out to him, man. He also was the one that gave Jason his mask.
What are you looking at? Is everything all right? Just your basic old-fashioned mother problems. So, which one's my date?
Hi.
You're Shelley?
Sorry.
Fucking weirdo, you got the Alice Sweet Alice mask on. She's talking about some, which one is my date? As if there was an option in the matter. Debbie should have gotten mad. Like, listen, she should have claimed her dude. Now, Chuck and Chili here. Chuck and Chili seem like the old heads of the group, because they seem like they are definitely not teenagers. Chuck, for one, looks like he's like a stand-in or extra in a Cheech and Chong movie. Chili is an 80s chick who is a lot older than these kids in this movie, and she's got a nice ass. She does, and there are 2 scenes in this movie where we see such. I'm sorry, I had to put it out there.
That's what happens when you're pregnant.
Sure, what's the point on?
Hey, let's share the wealth with those less fortunate up front here, huh?
Yeah, smoke bud in front of your pregnant girlfriend, asshole.
What do you got in there?
My whole world.
And that little thing?
I do like that little scene where Chuck and Chili just kissed for no reason, while Shelly and Vera were talking in the back right next to him.
They're catching us hard.
What are we gonna do?
Destroy the evidence. Hurry.
No way, man. Let's go, Chuck. Come on.
They're gaining on us.
Throw it out.
No, they'll see it.
You
Hurry.
gotta get rid of it. Eat it. Sean, the cops are gonna get us. We're going to jail.
I'm driving.
No way, we're pregnant, remember?
Faster. Faster.
He just offered weed to his pregnant girlfriend.
I guess I'm just not hungry. We're on. I'm on.
Damn, is bud falling out of his mouth while he's talking? They ate all that weed to evade the cops, and the cops went by them. Now, in the really real world, let's be honest, do y'all know how fucking fried they would have been when that kicked in when they got to Higgins having? Let's see if it makes sense. Because I think people forget that they ate weed. And, you know, when that shit gets in your system, it's, you know, it's not the same as eating an edible because it's not cut with anything. It's not diluted with anything. It's not mixed, nothing. So they just ate straight bud. And this was back in the 80s, so I'm pretty sure it was primo stuff that they had.
Hey, kiddo, don't let your imagination run away with you. Chris, stop the van.
What? Stop! What is it?
What are you doing?
I must have been daydreaming. I didn't even see him.
He looks just like my grandfather. Must be in heaven.
Heaven?
You don't know where he's been. Thank you. What are you doing? Thank you. You are indeed all of you. Kind and generous young people. Look upon what his grace has brought unto me.
Now, was this a nod to Crazy Ralph?
I found this today. There were other parts of the body. That's an eyeball. He said he wanted me to have this. He wanted me to walk.
They all hauled ass. That was, you know what? The weed probably did kick in very early on because they got the fuck out of Dodge. And I know I would have. First of all, I'd have been like, listen, drive around this guy. First of all, okay, is he dead or is he not? Let's call the police. Now, however, let's get the fuck where we gotta go and let's make this none of our business. Stopping for no old ass man holding an eyeball in his hand. I'm sorry, man. It's just weird. Now this shot, hopefully we didn't think that Jason switched up into a fucking Paul Bunyan plaid lumberjack shirt.
Why don't we take our bags to the house first?
Chris, come on down.
You go ahead. I'm gonna take my bags to the house first and look around.
Now I love in the background you see Shelly like juggling, which he would do later on in the movie. I don't know if that was in the script or if that was like something, you know, he asked Steve Miner, like, listen, like, can my character to juggle? Because I know how to do it. Which is cool, though. Like, I'm all for, like, little, you know, ad-libs and shit on set.
Hello?
Yes, hello. You have Brink security and they talk back to you.
Is someone here?
Damn. BDSM much, bruh?
My imagination, or did it just get cold in here?
Damn. The way she looked at him, she's like, ugh. For real?
No.
Fellas, if she looks at you like that,
I know it's only been
keep your
2 years,
distance,
but I feel like
man.
I've been away forever.
You're gonna be at war in a little bit.
Doesn't look like anything's changed, though. Even the paintings are still crooked.
Well, you've certainly changed. Don't you even say hello anymore?
I'm sorry. Hello, Rick. How are you?
Well, that's a start.
Let's fuck right now. He is kind of like, he's super aggressive with her. But you know what? Like, I get it.
Only so many
It's
cold
like,
showers I can take.
apparently they've had, Rick and Chris have had history before, but she's kind of like, let me get to know you again. Let me get to know this place again, blah, blah, blah. Now, as a man, we kind of have to respect that line. But as a man, we kind of have to be like, listen, like, it's not nothing new to us. We don't have to rush into it, but don't act like I'm a stranger type of shit. So it's like, I get it, but
What did you say?
Nothing.
I mean, I go back and forth with this character arc, this little subplot that they got going on. And why do they have a blueberry fur on the inside of this van?
Shelly, what are you doing in there? Why aren't you down at the lake with everybody else?
Oh, they said they were going skinny dipping, and I'm not skinny enough.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
This was my bedroom. It's yours for the weekend.
Great. Chris, I don't mean to be picky or anything, but where's the bed?
Right.
Chris?
Oh. It's right here.
What's this?
It's your bed.
A hammock?
You might like it.
Chris was a freak. That's why she smiled at her friend like that. Now, for the record, people, I have never slept in a hammock. So I wouldn't know. You know what I mean?
Where's the bed?
She's like, here it is, baby.
Chris, I don't understand.
Never slept in a hammock. I mean, it seems fun. Like, I always wanted to like smoke a J or like have a drink in a hammock, but I for some strange part of me feels like it's not safe.
You figure it out.
I feel like I'm a little too vulnerable as opposed to just
Then I gave up an opportunity.
being in a bed. I don't know.
Conrad for this.
You mean you actually gave up the chance to be with the Mary Jo Conrad for little old me?
That's right.
Who the hell's Mary Jo Conrad? I always felt like that was like a celebrity he was bragging about.
Boy, my feelings really don't matter. But this is the sweat of a worker on my forehead, not of a lover.
But this motherfucker, you gotta give it to Rick, man. He was very persistent with this girl.
There is a time and a place for everything. And now's the time, and now's the place, you know what I mean? So what I think we should do is set aside 3 hours a day to fulfill our needs. 1 in the morning, and 2 at night.
I bet.
If you agree, I agree.
Were you talking to me?
Jesus, man, that was a blood curdling scream. Shelly worked on that shit all week, man.
Is anyone in here?
He sounded like a cross between, himself, a woman, and a hog being slaughtered in a Cabin Fever sequel. But I always wonder, in the theater, what did people think? Did they think it was a murder? Did they think Jason struck? What did they think? Because I don't think we established Shelley as a practical Joker at this point. At least not yet. So it's always good to think about, how the audience reacted to certain things in this movie. Cause I know, I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. When Shelly screamed like that shit scared the hell out of me when I first saw this movie. Oh. I love how Rick's just like, let's just get the hell out of here.
Don't move him. Oh my, get up. I guess I fooled you, huh? Sure.
Chris, leave him alone. He doesn't know any better.
It was a joke. It was just a joke. I didn't mean to. You never mean to.
I gotta get out of here. I'm going to the store.
Oh, sure.
Because Andy knows his best friend's an asshole.
Asshole.
Right. I mean, honestly, I would have been impressed. I'd have been like, "Yo, how'd you get that axe and that, half a fro to stick on your face like that, bro? That's fire." Now I hate that Rick's driving this little ass yellow buggy. Some shit you can just, you don't have to carjack somebody. You can just, I feel like it's like them fucking piggy bank cars, man. You could pick that shit up over your shoulder. Like, listen, I'm not even gonna carjack you. Just get up out this car before I pick it up and tip you out of it like you're a piggy bank.
What's wrong?
It's that creep Shelley. What a sick sense of humor.
Oh, that's just his way of getting attention. He doesn't know what happened.
And exactly what happened. I mean, we'll find out later on, but...
Seeing things and hearing things.
Well, that's because you're on drugs.
Probably just my imagination. I shouldn't have come back here so soon.
Don't let it get to you. Relax. Enjoy the weekend. Nothing's gonna happen here when we're all here together.
Okay.
Hey, how are things with Rick going?
Okay. But he just doesn't understand.
Well, you won't fucking talk to him, for one.
$18.50. We don't accept no food stamps.
Damn.
Shelley!
Were you under the impression that that's all she had?
I need some money.
Wait, was that racial profiling? Because Vera does appear to be Hispanic. And I remember earlier on, Debbie says, well, I don't know what they're saying. I flunked Spanish when Vera's arguing with her mom. So that was racial profiling. Now here we got Fox, Ali, and Loco.
I'll take that now. Is this your rubber? Didn't your mama teach you manners? If you want something, you ask. Nice.
Please be cool.
May I please have the wallet?
You mean, may I please have...
Now this actress that plays Fox, she passed away, man. R.I.P. to her. And they do have I think they have a mod for her character in the Friday 13th video game, which is a dope ass gesture. Cause I'm not gonna lie, man, she was fine as hell in this movie. She gave me Pam Grier vibes. But she didn't have to be an asshole though. Now these three, Fox, Ali, and Loco, they look like a failed band or rap group that took themselves too seriously and just couldn't make it.
Now I probably get us into an accident.
Next time,
It's so fucking
we'll
crazy,
handle a
man.
situation like that.
Like
Just
that.
hope next time isn't too soon.
Yeah, let's hope. Let's hope next time isn't too soon, sir.
Uh-oh.
You know who Ali looks like? Fucking Kevin Garnett.
Oh shit!
Oh shit, it's right. Let's get out of here.
Hold on!
What the fuck? Did this motherfucker think he was a double dragon? He's just Streets of Rage. He just put the chain up, wrapped around his fist, and it would stop a car. It would stop a car.
What are you doing?
Now what Ali should have done, he should have sized that little ass car up and flipped that shit over when it ran towards him. They ran over his fucking.
I did it! I did it! I did it! Did I do it? Yes, you did it. You were great. That was great. You son of a bitch! Get back here, you bastard! You ain't getting away with this. God damn it! I'm gonna get you.
They can't hear you, bruh.
See to go get some exercise.
This is all the exercise I need.
Oh, is that so? Fucking yo-yo, huh?
That was close.
All the exercise you need. Your girlfriend's there in a bathing suit,
Watch out with that.
and you're putting a yo-yo in her face when you could be beating them cheeks,
I'm warning you, Andy.
getting all the exercise you want and need. I don't know, man. I'm a different type of camper. You know, this. Oh, I like that. I like that shot of Jason at the barn. It's a little distant shot. But yeah, I'm a different type of camper, man. I would have been a different type of guy in a Friday the 13th movie. I'm trying to tell y'all. Not only would I have survived, but I think I would have
Shelly made him see the air.
drank alcohol, smoked bud, had sex, did everything that was going to break the rules of a Friday the 13th movie and survived. I really do. I have that much confidence in myself in a horror movie.
A few minor repairs. Look as good as new.
That's it. I've had it. I mean, I thought it would be a good idea for us to spend some time together, but this is a little more than I bargained for.
Where are you going?
Away from here?
Stay with me.
Why should I?
Because I want you to.
Don't put
Because I
there.
want you to. What? See, man. Women know, man. They know they got us sometimes. He's like, look, man, my fucking car got attacked by gang members. My windshield's busted out. I'm out, man. She's like, well, stay here. He's like, why? She's like, because I want you to.
Let's go for a swim.
And he just fell for it right away.
Come on. We'll be all alone and do whatever we want. Nobody will see.
Sounds disgusting. Let's go.
I'll grab a couple of towels. I'll see you down there.
He looked at her in such a psychotic way. But it's like, let's go for a swim. Everybody's gone. Let's go in the crib and test out our hammock. I don't want to drown. I'm telling you, man, like I'm a different camper, people. Like I've been camping once before in my life, and I wasn't that person to be going in the woods and let's explore and all that shit. I'm near the tent, the fire pit. I'm very much close by, basically, is what it is. Now, how did Fox, Ali, and Loco?
Miss Ali.
Hey, we gotta even the score, don't we?
Nobody's gonna get hurt, okay, babe? Right.
Okay, baby. I love how he like touched her chin. Like, all right, baby. Like you know, Ali ain't gonna do nothing stupid. We just gonna burn down this barn right here. And again, man, I really should be looking up this actress's name, but she's super fine in my eyes, yo. And again, RIP, shout out to her. But the chick that plays Fox, yeah, she's super stupid fine. Super blaxploitation vibes. It's just a shame she gets murked the way she does. But you know, when you're in a Friday the 13th movie, what more can you expect, right? I mean, what song was that she just created? Jason's watching everything. He's like, you motherfuckers don't have no idea whether it's Crystal Lake, Higgins Haven. I've run all of this. Jason runs all of this. You know what? You know who this chick looks like she could be related to? Demon or Anita. And damn, that actually wasn't a bad shot right there. But she looks like she could be related to Anita or Demon from Friday the 13th Part 5, A New Beginning. Because she doesn't have a Jerry curl, but it's like she's, you know, leather clad, badass. She looks like a badass.
Who's up there?
She looks the part, basically. Wait, did she trip on one of those rungs on that ladder?
Take this in the barn and start pouring. And find Fox.
He said nobody's going to get hurt, but how did he figure they were going to burn that entire barn down and just, like, everyone was okay? That's acres of land right there.
What the hell you doing? Get off that thing.
Woo! This feels good.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm doing all that.
He's gonna be pissed he sees you screwing around. Come on, we got shit to do.
He said, what the hell?
Fox. Where are you? Stop screwing around. You're messing everything up.
Now, this guy, his cigarette is in the mouth the entire time. You know, from the moment he's, I think the moment he's outside the bar, inside the barn, it, he popped up like a fucking spring-activated gopher. He said, Fox. But, you know, cigarette doesn't leave his mouth. Even in death, he keeps cigarette in his mouth with blood on it and everything. Poor Fox. Jesus, man, like Jason just stuck her ass up to the beam. Oh, that's a painful shot right there. See, he didn't lose that cigarette.
Open the damn door. Fox. What the hell you guys doing up there? You be talking to you?
He's like, wait, what? You dead?
When I find you, you bastard, you get me.
That shit was short-lived, man. Damn. Yeah, Jason beat the hell out of Kevin Garnett. He said, you ain't going to no more NBA championships on my watch, dog. That motherfucker looked just like Kevin Garnett. But I love how he grabbed the machete and was so determined. to, stop the evil that was in that bar. And Jason was just at the window like, I wish you would. Go ahead and come in here, dog. Go ahead and come in here. And now we cut straight to nightfall. We got a little mini waterfall trying to be sexy for the scene between Chris and what's his name, Rick.
I could live anywhere else. The nights are always so peaceful.
We actually get a really pivotal scene that you don't get in a lot of Friday the 13th movies here, man. Where Chris tells her backstory involving Jason. Well, she doesn't know it's Jason Voorhees, but she tells her backstory and she explains to Rick basically why she's fucked up in the head. Why she has been the way she has been.
I'm here with you. Can't that be enough for now?
I don't know. I mean, I don't see you for months on end. And then when I do, you put this barrier up between us. How do I break through?
Bruh. I feel him 100%. He said, I don't see you for months on end. You put this barrier up. How do I break through? Sometimes as men, we try to figure it the fuck out. Now, my cousin is actually messaging me right now. And I told him what the fuck movie I'm watching. And I'm like, well, do you want to be a part of the commentary? I can call you so you can chime in and then we can hang up. But he's like, is that the one with the ooh, baby, ooh, babe? And I'm like, no.
You win.
This motherfucker, he does not know. He can't tell the difference, man. And I'm so pissed that a fellow horror buff doesn't know. That's anybody, man. I get pissed off when people don't know the difference with the Friday the 13th movies or Halloween movies, any fucking big franchises. They're like, oh, the one where Jason first got his mask, was that the one where he punched that dude's head off in New York? It's just like, no, it wasn't. Now, go fucking jump off a cliff somewhere.
I like you.
I get it, man. Not everybody's a movie geek.
I was thinking that maybe, we could.
I don't think so.
Okay, well, my cousin M.Rite actually just gave me the heads up to call him and talk about Friday the 13th Part 3. Maybe we'll talk about the series a little bit. I don't know, but I'm actually going to take the chance during a commentary, and I'm going to do this, people. Yeah, I'm actually going to put this on speakerphone. Now, I don't know if my phone's going to start dying. If it does and you guys hear the beeping, my apologies, but this is about to be all kinds of hilarious. Now, good evening, sir. Listen, yeah, listen, we are most certainly rolling right now, sir. Now listen, before.
What are you talking about, though, dude? I'm like, gosh,
I know, and I was just saying to the listeners, I'm like, yo, I said I can't. I said I can't stand when people be like, oh, that Jason. I was like, was that? They'll be like, they'll get every Jason confused, and they'll be like, wait, the one where he was on the toilet, was that the same one where Jason punched the dude's head off on the rooftop? And I'm just like, no, dog.
No, I like that Jason. What was that Jason takes my head? What this nigga was.
There we go. See, people. He knows. First and foremost, let me give you a proper introduction, sir, because this is the first time I have ever made a phone call this far into my commentary, or even into my commentary. People, I'm on the phone with Mr. M.Rite, powerhouse producer himself, so I'll let him introduce himself because he's kind of a big deal, man. He's kind of a big deal. I wouldn't have called him if he wasn't. So,
Oh my God, man. Don't do that, bro.
I will let you say hello to the people. We are live, nigga. We are recording right now.
Like everybody else, I just know how to do music.
Listen, don't let him be modest. He is a powerhouse producer, but he just so happens, this just so happens to be my cousin, my A1 Day One, and he not only is a A1 Day One music lover, but he is yeah, exactly. He is a horror movie lover also, but the one I'm watching right now, let's just clarify this. Let's get on this. Cause it's a scene where the girl's talking about how Jason like almost kind of semi-raped her or whatever. But, the one I'm watching right now, dog, is the one that, where Jason first gets his mask. Do you remember where the guy is doing the handstand down the hallway and he gets cut in half, or the girl is on the girl's on the dock?
And he like kind of like shoved something in his body.
No, that's not it, sir.
It wasn't that one. Okay. But when he like mauled him down while he was doing that, I know what you're talking about.
This is the one. This is the one where Jason first got his mask. Do you remember where he was on the dock? And the girl thought that he was somebody else. She thought that he was the one guy who had the Jason mask at first, but then Jason shot that harpoon into her eye, and then he just walked off at some point. You don't remember when Jason gets the axe in his head. There you go. Yeah. See people. He knows. I just have to get everybody seasoned again, and they know. Yeah. I'm watching. I'm doing commentary for 3D, and I've.
If you watch it in 3D, it comes right.
Yeah, comes right at you, dog. And I was saying in the beginning of the commentary, I was saying that when I bought this DVD, it came with the first 4 movies, but the third one came with 3D glasses. And you remember that little ass TV that I had back on Logan Street? It was almost, I was saying in the beginning, it was almost like a mind fuck, because I knew the 3D glasses didn't work, but I tried to force myself with a lot of bud and a lot of liquor. I tried to force myself. I tried to force myself to understand that, listen, maybe this is working, but it never worked, dog. But I was saying what I wouldn't give to be a fly on the wall in the theater, because, OG and like Drake saw this in 3D back in the day. I think this was...
Yeah, I remember them actually talking about that.
Yeah, this was like, I want to say 82, 83 when this movie came out. I really want to say 82. But yeah, it was in the 80s when this came out, man. I've never seen anything in 3D before, so I'm like, it would have been awesome.
I mean, I did, and it's like, you can't go fucked up. You can't, cause it's like, oh, yeah.
But listen, since I got you on the line, and since this is a very special episode for me right now, man. Listen, man, I'm actually surprised you picked up. I was about to hang up because I'm like, listen, I'm recording. I'm almost done with this commentary. If he don't answer, I'm just gonna say fuck it. But what is
I'm here, man. I'm here. Bree just dropped off some salutations.
Oh, okay, yeah. So you got the birthday party favors a little early. Yes, people. Tomorrow is Mr. M.Rite's birthday, so say happy birthday early today if you don't say it tomorrow. But listen, what is your favorite? Like, while we on the subject and while you're on the podcast, my man, this shit is epic for me right now because you actually picked up and we're actually on the podcast talking about it, and I'm gonna upload it. You gotta name. Yeah, you gotta name your favorite Friday the 13th sequel right now.
Sequel?
Yeah, which, I mean, just any Friday 13th movie. It could be the first one, but of course, if it's not the first one, it gotta be a sequel.
The Jason Takes Manhattan John.
For sure, that's a guilty pleasure. I did commentary for that, people, if y'all want to check it out. But it is a shit show edition commentary.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. And the one where the shorty, my man was singing to her.
Yeah, the New Beginning, Friday 13th Part 5. You talking about
that joke was good too.
Yeah, that was Miguel Nunez Jr. He played Demon. He was on the toilet. That is her name, the girl that's singing to her, or the girl that's singing to him, her name is Jeray Fields. Now, do you know whose relative that is?
Yeah, who is she? Who is her famous relative?
She is related to Kim Fields from The Facts of Life and Living Single.
Yes, and beauty runs in that family.
Yes, it does, dog. Because when they showed her in A New Beginning, and when she was in the trailer smoking a joint, she was fine as hell in that movie.
She's pretty as hell.
She was. All right, so you got Jason Takes Manhattan and a newbie. Damn, listen, that's gonna cause a stir. The listeners gonna come after you now, dog. So you got no choice but to be a part of this from this day forth, because they gonna come after you like, wait, what you mean? Jason Takes Manhattan and a new beginning.
I don't care. I'm just gonna let them keep on talking. And it's what it is.
Oh, I love it, man.
You know how I get down.
I love it.
Stir up nothing with me. They might see the comments and be like, who is he?
Now wait. Now you know your memory is not as good as mine. Do you remember that was not Jason in part 5 in the new beginning where they were singing on the toilet to each other? You remember that wasn't Jason, right?
Was it like an imposter or?
Yeah, it was the guy Roy. It was the guy Roy Burns. He was the paramedic whose son got hacked up from the guy from Return of the Living Dead. Remember the fat guy got hacked up at the woodpile, and next thing you know, Jason, quote unquote, Jason started killing everybody, and then at the end you found out it was the paramedic whose son got killed, so he started killing everybody. It was an imposter. So basically, that's why people really don't like Friday the 13th Part 5, dog.
He had a couple joints like that. Remember the joint? Was it Jason Goes to Hell? When everybody just had to keep on eating his heart.
Oh my God, man! Listen.
Like, yo, what is up with these people?
Listen. I share your hatred with that goddamn movie,
I don't like
man.
that shit. It was
Jason. What happened?
It was just a fucking possession movie or something.
Yeah, the FBI blew up Jason, and the black guy, the coroner, ate his heart, and then after that, he transferred the evil into the deputy.
Right. It was almost like what was it doing?
It was like Fallen, right? Time is on my side. Yeah. It was like a combination between that and fucking The Faculty and Invasion of the Body Snatchers and you know what I'm saying?
It wasn't the real person. It was just
it's not
people.
It's not a Friday the 13th movie, dog. And I'm glad you said that, because I make that argument a lot in my podcast about Friday the 13th, man. Like, anytime I mention Friday the 13th, I mention that Jason Goes to Hell is the worst fucking entry in the entire franchise, dog.
It was nasty as shit, though.
No. That's the credit I give it. The credit I give it is that it has the best kills in the entire series, dog. K&B did the damn thing with them kills, dog. The kills are crazy, and you got that guy that melts. When the evil Jason Gremlin comes out of his body, he just melts, and his jaw just melts on the floor. It's nasty, but
it wasn't pretty nasty.
The movie's fucking stupid, man. It's really dumb.
It is.
It's really fucking stupid.
It's dumb. I didn't like it myself. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Now let me ask you, because eventually, I don't want to cut you off, but eventually I'm gonna have to get back to the commentary.
No, of course.
No, listen, but now is the time.
They keep it moving and turn it off. Right?
Yeah, now is the time in the movie where the character Shelly, the fat guy, is walking around with he's walking around with the Jason mask on. He's got a wetsuit on, he's got the harpoon gun, and he's got the Jason mask. Now, you do remember this is when Jason first got his mask, but the way that they didn't show Shelly get killed, they didn't show Jason get his mask, they just showed Jason pop up with his mask. It's like, would you rather they had showed the kill and Jason put the mask on, or would you rather they just?
That would have been fucking stupid, like a Michael Myers movie where this thing, like how
right.
Myers Rob Zombie song was. This nigga put on the mask, like
Yep.
That shit is really dramatic. So why not let us see when he really, becomes that guy?
Oh, and by the way, people.
So the third one is when he first got his mask. So the first and the second one was when he was still wearing that fucking Ku Klux Klan fucking shit.
Well, first of all, don't piss people off. The first one was with Mrs. Voorhees when she got her head chopped off at the end, and Jason popped out the lake at the end of the first one. I did commentary for that too, if y'all want to check that out. But
I forgot this thing. smoking shit.
Yeah, it was a potato. It was a potato sack. It was a potato sack. It was a bag over his head with one eye hole. That was it. That.
And I'm so glad that he did that. Like,
but yo, but I said,
like a threat.
I said in the
with a joint like that, I'd be like, yo, who is you, dog?
I said earlier in the commentary when they showed like the beginning from, you know, they showed a clip of a long ass scene, basically the ending of the last movie when Jason had that potato sack over his head in part 2. I said that mask, somebody really had that mask in a movie prior to that. It was called The Town That Dreaded Sundown. It was kind of like a slasher movie, but the killer used like guns and shit like that. So I never finished watching it, but they kind of took that from the movie A Town That Dreaded Sundown. But Jason definitely did have a bag over his head with one fucking eye hole in it before he got the mask. You know what I'm saying? So when
that's like, dog, come on. You're like, we gotta make this dude badass. So
oh wait,
go ahead and give him a ski mask.
now we are literally at the scene where the girl is getting the wallet out of the water, and Jason is showing up. Richard Brooker, R.I.P. Shout out to him. He shows up for the first time with the mask on, and he's about to shoot this girl right in her eye. And yep, he did it. Yeah, he did it. He shot her right in her eye, and she couldn't believe it. Like, she was like reaching at it and couldn't reach it to the point where she couldn't believe it. And
that harpoon said,
yeah, and Jason kind of just walks off. Yeah, Jason walks off like in a crazy stance. Like, listen, I'm here to put in some work. So, but listen.
I'm listening, brother.
Listen, I needs to get back. I do not mean to cut you off, brother, but I needs to get back to the commentary. You know what? No, I need to hit you up. I need to hit you up more often, man. No, I will. You already know I will, but I need to hit you up more often during these commentaries, man, because you're very informative, dog. And this is the first time I've ever done this, like during a commentary, like called up a guest.
And I be thinking I'm not, but I can't put it a little too soon.
Yeah, you're horror savvy, sir. We grew up together on horror movies. You're horror savvy, sir. Don't sell yourself short, motherfucker. Don't do that.
I am, man. And they be like, I don't want to see the movies. But I be like, hey, I mean, me and Rome did this like for years, so it is what it is. You know?
Listen, man.
I gotta get back.
Listen, man, you already know, brother. I ain't got to tell you, man, that I appreciate you, but I'm going to tell you any fucking way that I appreciate you chiming in on the Tutor Reviews podcast. Listen, man, you want to plug anything right now? You can, bro. You can right now.
I think the food is calling me. Because remember I said I was waiting on food?
Oh, well, you being greedy right now. Well, go ahead and get that food, man. I'll plug your stuff after you hang up.
All right, kid.
All right, bro. And people, that was Mr. M.Rite himself. You could check out his, what does he have? It's a Reverb Nation page, Regime Group Entertainment, producer, but also somebody who I am desperately trying to get into this commentary, this horror commentary with me, man. And y'all can see, we grew up together. We talk this horror shit all day, all night. Oof. And as y'all can see, Andy just got cut in half. And it reminds me that Andy just asked Debbie, do you want a beer or not? And it's like, did you forget your fucking girlfriend's pregnant? Andy is in two pieces down the hallway. I'm still boggled on how he's like, do you want a beer or not? And she's like, sure. You know, but did we just forget in the script or in the movie that Debbie was pregnant? Like, what the fuck is happening right now?
Andy? Andy? Did you hear me about that beer? Andy? God, I hate when you don't answer me.
Well, apparently it happens often, so get used to it. That's the guy that you ultimately wanted to be with. Fangoria magazine, man. I used to send away for them, buy them in the stores, collect them. I love Fangoria. Big shout out. She's like, what? There's blood dripping from the ceiling. I wonder what's happening right now. Oh, fuck. Urgh. That was a nice nod to Kevin Bacon's death scene in the original movie. You know, with him getting an arrow through the throat, Debbie getting and first of all, Jason just killed a fucking pregnant woman. This motherfucker has no picks at all. At all. Big shot to the 3D popcorn right there.
Oh, probably Debbie having an orgasm. How come you never scream when we have sex?
Give me something to scream about.
What's the matter?
Nothing. I'm just practicing.
But don't do that to me.
Right. Don't do
Go to the
that.
cellar and check the fuse box.
In the dark. Alone.
Be a man, man.
Be a man, man. She's such a sexy ass hippie. Damn, why she pour all that salt on that popcorn like that? That's just the fuck. Trying to give everybody high cholesterol or whatever the hell it is. And I want Chuck to walk down in this basement with more than just he looks like he's got bare feet. Does he have sandals on or is it bare feet? I really can't remember. Oh shit, he's got bare feet. Yeah, you're tripping, bruh. That's disgusting. There's all types of hepatitis 12 in that shit. And I don't even know if that's real or not. Go! Is that Pepe Le Pew? Is that a real skunk or a dead one? Wait, that didn't make any fucking sense. Is that a fake skunk or a dead one is what I meant to say. Y'all know what I meant to say, man. Don't judge me. This is an IntoxiCommentary episode, people. Let's not forget. You know, hence why my guest caller did not judge me for my call in. Which is actually a nice touch, man. I really want to do that more often with a whole bunch of different people. Or the same reoccurring guests. I love it, man. I love having other people join me to talk about movies and shit.
Stop fooling around, man.
Now this neck appliance that they put for Shelly is just, this vicious. 'Cause they cut that neck open. Jason's like, bitch.
That's better.
Now, I don't know if it's the angles they use, but Richard Brooker looks huge as Jason in this movie.
What's going on? Get up! Shelly, enough is enough.
Oh, man. His head said, doo-doo. She screams so youthful, though. Now, it always confused me how slow Chili was running. Like, Shelly's dead. I'm gonna take my time like I'm running up a Stairmaster. Jason's got that hot poker. I'm saying, man, look how thick she is for an 80s chick. Let's be real. Ooh. Aww. Now, I know it's supposed to be like entrails burned up on that hot poker and flesh and shit and her part of her sweater, but it looked like fucking aluminum foil at the end of that hot poker. But I love that Jason just picked her up and walked off with her because he's like, listen, man, you don't know how much I bench. Crystal Lake has done me right. And Rick's like, listen, I got this Old Navy performance fleece sweater right here, right?
Leave the wild when she's already in bed.
Yeah, who knows with those guys?
Rick was so ineffective as a final guy. I want to say Rob from the next movie, Friday the 13th, the new begin, not the new beginning, the final chapter. I want to say Rob was more effective, but he even met his demise untimely with Jason also, much like Rick did in this movie. But Rob, at least, he had a rifle, he had a tent, he had a map, he had a plan, he had a knife. But these final guys in the Friday the 13th movies, man, they get their asses handed to them, man. Rick gets killed. Rob gets killed. Tommy and Reggie live. In part 6, Tommy lives again. Part 7, Nick lives, but he gets thrown into a boat and supposedly knocked out by Jason. Before Tina's dad comes up. Then in part 8, Jason takes Manhattan.
I don't know what's going on.
Sean,
Take a look around.
he's just so ineffective.
Wait, I want to come with you.
Then Jason Goes to Hell, the worst movie in the series. You get the best final guy in the entire franchise that actually survives. He beats the fuck out of Jason, and he shoots guns and he does like a back kick flip to get out of the handcuffs and shit like that. Clay, played by, what is that guy's name? Can't think of his name right now, but the guy from Supernatural, and he was also Clay in Friday the 13th and New Beginning, or not New Beginning, but the remake. He's also a good final guy. What is that guy's name? Jared Padalecki. He's a great final guy in the 2009 remake. Oof. Aww. That eyeball was connected to a string.
Where's that coming from?
It's a very realistic reaction. Oh! Wait, what? Whoa! What?
I don't know what kind of game you guys are playing,
But I don't like it. Wait, what?
Debbie, you guys up here? Hey, come on, you guys. We're wrecking the house. Shame on the people thinking Rick is still alright in the midst of her calling him.
when we know he done got his face squeezed like a fucking grapefruit. Or grape, period. It's a nice nod to Steve Christie hanging upside down in the first movie. What are those trick windows that they just keep fucking... You know what I'm saying? Now here we get back to another nod from the first movie, a chick barricading the fuck out of herself inside of a cabin or whatever the structure may be. The same shit Alice did in the first movie. You know, she starts barricading herself inside and she's just like, oh my god, I'll be safe in here. Until a fucking body, you know, until Brenda's body comes crashing through the, you know, through the window. Which, I don't know, man. I'm not sure if something like that will happen right now. Yep. There goes Rick. Yep. Stop checking for him. His ass is gone. Jason's like, look. He's like, yo, I'm in here now. I got a mask. I got an axe. Jason is ready, man. I love it. Jason's like, fuck! Books! I never like books. My kryptonite. He just keeled over. Now, I don't know if she did that to be quiet or if she... listen, I don't know, but she should have been way faster than that. I'm sorry, man. Listen, I won't know how I will react to stuff like this until I'm in these situations. But, this is insane, man. Aww. Debbie's dead. I mean, of course she's dead, but we found her body. Oh man, I love this. I love that shot of the axe just swinging through that door like that. I love it. Ooh, this is another good shot of her just pulling a knife out of Debbie's neck. No, so fucking disgusting. Ooh, why the fuck did Jason, like, if he knew he knocked the knob off, why did he reach inside for another knob? Neanderthal shit. Ooh. That I love that knife hit to the leg, to the knee, basically. Ugh. Now was that a string attached to that knife that Jason threw into the wall? I feel like they would do another good nod to that in Friday the 13th, the final chapter, where Jason threw that hammer into the wall at Trish and Tommy. I don't know, maybe I'm reading too much into it. Oh, no, she's alright. She's alright, but she's not real. Actually, she is. I like Chris as a final girl in this movie because she fights back. She's just way more hysterical than most of the final girls in the franchise, I would say. You know, she's just like, like she's just so fucking crazed, and rightfully so, because she was the final girl in the franchise that had a history with Jason Voorhees. So I can kind of understand why she was as hysterical as she was. You know, I go back and forth. Ooh, good job. Now I don't know if anybody else notices, you know, if you're watching along with me, kudos, but there is a filter on this movie. And we can see it clearly. There's a filter on this movie that hasn't been on any other Friday the 13th movie at all. The way the tires rolled always gave me life. I don't know why. And Jason did the Power Ranger dive. He was auditioning for Dean Israelite's movie. You know, his Power Rangers remake. She's like, wait, what? This shit don't work. Right. Now's the time to panic. With Jason hobbling after your ass. Yep. Ooh. The way that the tires are sinking is just... Ooh. You know what? Jason is very selective, man. I love that shot of Jason crashing his mask through the window. And I love this shot of Chris running away and Jason just kind of like hobbling after her with the wounded leg. I love it, man. It's very reminiscent of Friday the 13th, the final chapter, what they would do next with Ted White's version of Jason. Jason runs, people. So anybody that says Jason doesn't run, shut the fuck up, because clearly you have never watched Friday the 13th parts 2, 3, and 4. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the things I could appreciate that they did in the remake, was make Jason very agile and very limber, and they made him run a lot. You know, he hauls ass in that movie. He moves around. Now I don't know if I mentioned this or not. Richard Brooker, who plays Jason, originally Stan Winston had designed makeup for Unmasked Jason, and there was supposed to be a different ending where Chris gets decapitated by Jason, Unmasked Jason, and you know, apparently they went with a different design, a different idea and stuff like that. So I don't know really what went wrong with the models of Jason. This one is fine for me, honestly. I don't know. Jesus Christ. But the way Jason was struggling to get that fucking machete out of the barn wood, it seemed very realistic, because he really swung that thing in there, man. Like, this shit's crazy. Oh. What we got next? Jason's like, fuck this pail of I was about to say pail of yarn. She's like, I swear to God, I could hit you upside your mother. She knocked Jason unconscious. Oh, I love that scene. Because she hit him, you know, she waited, and then she's wrapping a rope around his head. She's like, listen, motherfucker, I'm gonna kill you. If I can't kill you, I'm gonna hang your ass, and this is gonna be it for you. Which it should have been. And I love how Jason kind of wakes up while she's pushing him off the edge. He's like, oh fuck, wait. Oof. This should have been it, man. Like, let's be completely honest for a second. This should have been it for Jason, man. His neck snapping, that's a wrap. So Chris pushing him off the edge, you know, if they wanted to make Friday the 13th Part 3 the last movie, maybe it would have worked. But then they made Part 4, so I know a lot of people are just like, oh, well, Part 4, if that could have been the last one, it would have been the last one. But it's like, nah, this one would have worked too. Because it's like, listen, you're trying everything against him, and it takes for you to slam an axe in that man's head for you to take him down. You know, it kind of works in your favor. It really does. Oh, man. I actually don't mind the under the mask makeup for Jason. It's pretty standard. It's pretty realistic, too. You got Kevin Garnett running out like... Damn. Fuck. But that's what happens when you run out like Kevin Garnett, like you just won the fucking like you just won the Celtics championship. You gonna get that ass sliced up by the J-Man. Jason's like, bitch, you ever in your life? Now, I love that people say this is like the Frankenstein shot for Jason in the series. And people were going to compare Jason to Frankenstein in Part 6, but they say that was the Frankenstein shot for Jason in the series. When he's got his arms reached out after Chris, slams the axe into his head. But I'm actually I'm all for it, man. I love it. Another nod to the first movie, the final girl, going to, not the beach necessarily, but, just the edge of the lake or the start of the lake where the canoe is at, and just being like, listen, man, I done had a hell of a night. I deserve some R&R. And I deserve some Cheddar Bay biscuits from Red Lobster out this bitch. You know what I'm saying? All right. Breathe. I don't think you have a bra on under that sweater either, miss. Your tits are too perky, so I need you to get it together and relax. All right? She's like, I don't even want to touch this log. Is this log built on an Indian burial ground or no? She's like, oh my God, a duck. A goose. Then you have Jim Carrey make a fucking paper origami goose in the bloopers. Oh, I love this. I love this. She's looking like, oh, for real? You still alive? And she's got a paddle too. I love it, man. And she runs into some fucking some big ass trees. Oh wow, so this wasn't the first time Jason has busted through doors before. You know, maybe they didn't break apart, but he has busted through doors in general. Wait, what happens? Do we all know what's about to happen, or do we not? Oh no. Oh no, and Mrs. Voorhees grabbed Chris's titty. She grabbed her left titty. Why did she do that? Now, this is one of the reasons why the Friday the 13th endings don't make any goddamn sense. But, you know, that's what they do. So, you know, it's kind of what they're known for and what they do. So, whatever.
What was all that about a lady in the lake?
She must have flipped out. That poor kid's been through hell. All of her friends.
Yeah, all of her friends been through hell, man. One shot in the eye with a harpoon. One stabbed with aluminum foil on a fucking... I need a Friday 13 movie with all the final girls. They're all alive. They're all alive. I need one. Yep. Mm-hmm. They still got the rope there. They still got Jason there with the axe in his fucking head. Everything. I love it. It's one of the reasons why I definitely have to do commentary for Friday 13th, the final chapter, because continuity is awesome in that movie. You know, even though they put, you know, black fingernails on Jason, whatever. Yeah. Yeah. Good shit, people. Good shit. And you know what? Speaking of good shit, I give this... As far as a Friday the 13th sequel goes and an entry in the series overall, I give this a 9 out of 10. And what keeps it from a 10 is the fact that the characters weren't as interesting as the characters in the movie before it. You know, I'm not going to hold the characters in the final chapter against them, but the characters, you know, Jenny, Paul, you know, Scott, and everybody that was in Friday the 13th Part 2, those characters, even the side characters, were way more interesting than these characters. But I get it, man. You had to go back to the formula of the first movie. You know, you had to go back to, this is the gimmick, this is what they want. And, you know, the new gimmick is that, you know, not only are we going to focus on the kills, but we're going to do this shit in 3D. Like, so I get it, man. So it's a 9 out of 10. And, you know, I feel like my points taken away from a 10 are for good reason. But I feel like it doesn't tarnish, you know, the name of Friday the 13th Part 3 at all, man. And, you know, again, big shout out and happy birthday shout out to Steve Miner, man, for this being his last entry in the Friday the 13th series, man. But like I said, you know, he would go on to direct shit like Lake Placid, Halloween H2O, Day of the Dead, The House. You know, big shout out to the guy, man, because he obviously he knew what he wanted, and obviously they went with him for a reason for 2 Friday the 13th movies in a row, which they've never done again in their lives, as far as the series goes. So Steve Miner should definitely hold the Friday the 13th series with pride, because you are the only guy who has had the honor, and I will say the honor because I am a horror fan at heart, and I am a Friday the 13th fan. You know, Halloween is my first favorite, but Friday the 13th is my second favorite series. You know, Jason's the rock star, Freddy's a comedian, so he's third favorite, but you know, Friday the 13th is my second favorite. So I will say that you hold the honor of doing such a movie franchise that justice, and I definitely appreciate it, man. So, you know, if y'all don't know where to go, which y'all should, man, y'all should already know where to go, man. And if y'all don't already know where to go, then tell a friend to tell a friend. But just in case y'all don't, you know, you can follow the To The Reviews podcast on Anchor, Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Overcast, Pocket Cast, Breaker, and Radio Public. Why do I feel like I missed one? I don't know, but you know, big shout out to Anchor. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram, Romero Tudor. Follow the Facebook movie group, The Cinemaniacs. And big shout out, lastly but not least, big shout out to the To The Reviewers, the listeners, the lovers, the supporters, man. I so appreciate y'all, man. And every time I shout y'all out, you know, I always say that I see y'all still tuning in, still listening, and all that other good shit, but I still see it, man. I constantly see it, and I constantly appreciate it, man. And I couldn't ask for a better support system than you guys, man. You know, this podcast wouldn't flourish without you guys, man. And I love y'all to death, man. And I will show the love and support right back to y'all every single time, man. So with that being said, people, yours truly, Romero Tudor, another episode of To The Reviews in the can. I'll check y'all on the next one.